Stance is a nonprofit. We're based in East Africa, in the country of Uganda. We do a variety of things, community development, all sorts of ways to create self-sustainability for a group of orphans and street kids that we've been working with since 2005.
All of our kids come from either the street or a really bad situation in a slum. And to see these kids now is absolutely incredible. Kids have hope now when they didn't before. They didn't know when their next meal was coming, and they weren't able to go to school, and they never had clean water, and they were never able to bathe, and they didn't have house parents that were so dedicated looking after them, and they didn't have volunteers that come and know all of them by name and that help them with swimming lessons, that do craft days, that bring a slip and slide and have a complete outdoor activity day. And now, like, as far as financially, we can completely walk away and they're still gonna make it.
In the slums of Katanga, a few minutes outside of the capital city. There's these two rivers that kind of form the boundaries from where the bottom of the hill meets the bottom of the valley, and in those rivers it's probably some of the most unsanitary things you would ever find in a place. A lot of the stuff we do there is relationship oriented. One of the things we do is a soccer ministry, and it's basically just building relationships with the kids there that either don't go to school or don't have parents. Something that I'm really involved with is the micro businesses we do in the slums, which is a really cool thing because we get to build relationships with women and then have the chance of investing in their dreams.
In June of 2007, Come Let's Dance sponsored a sew shop. The vision behind it is the vision of our Ugandan leaders. The dream to empower the mothers of the children to have a skill. The 3 different rooms are pretty cool. One is where they just learn how to sew, make straight lines, make seams, how to cut out patterns. Once you graduate from learning how to sew, you get to be in the production room where they produce the uniforms, they produce aprons, they make handbags, and it's pretty cool. They work with different schools in the area, fulfilling orders for school uniforms. The 3rd room in the sew shop is a room full of beads and paper and glue, and this is where they make jewelry. We make necklaces out of trash, basically. It's recycled newspaper, recycled magazines, and slowly, one by one, roll up paper beads.
If you make a necklace, you have to mix the big one, smaller size, medium size.
The money they make off of aprons, uniforms, and jewelry goes back into the sew shop, and this money is used to pay rent, to pay the ladies per item, and essentially keep empowering women to rise out of their destitution.
The idea of village outreach is to go and build relationships with the people in these villages and to start scouting and seeing what their needs are and seeing how we can help them. See what their needs are so that we can come back in the future and really meet those needs instead of trying to do things that we think they need, but that aren't really the needs that they have.
One of the cool things I've been able to witness over the past few years, because I came into Uganda as this program was starting, is seeing our taxi business really grow. We've been investing in this guy, Emma, as a taxi driver for the last few years, and he's really amazing. I mean, basically what we did was we bought a taxi, let him drive it, and that's his job, that's his little business, and he makes money enough to feed his family, pay rent for his house, and then the other part of it is that the taxi also pays for part of the food at the kids' house. So it's just been really cool to see this tiny little micro business turn into something big.
Right now I have 2 taxis, and one taxi is driven by Emma, and then the other is driven by a gentleman called Joseph. Now all these taxis help us to, they're like examples in everything that we do in our businesses. They help, one taxi provides food for the little kids in our orphanage, and then the other taxi provides all the finances we need for the medical.
In 2007, we raised money to buy this huge plot of land in Wera, and in 2008 that came to fruition as we did buy the land and tilled it and fenced it, and it's something that's going to be really cool because there's a lot of potential and a lot of sustainable practices that can be put to place there that can really impact a lot of people's lives. First of all, we'll be able to grow food for our kids' house or whoever's living out at the farm. That's the sustenance thing that will keep somebody alive. Second of all, it's a money generating, a profit generating thing. We can take food to market and make a living off of. Third is giving somebody the tools to have their own project some days. So in the future, we want to have a little vocational training program to where we're training people how to take care of large plots of land, to take care of livestock.
Comeless Dance goes down to the real communities and reaches out to the people themselves that need help. I feel like Comeless Dance is going to grow and expand to reach out to many communities, many poor people, and help them being self-sustainable.